before this episode officially begins,
we are embarrassed that we didn't mention this.
So we recorded this Tuesday morning, the day that Hall of Fame was voting for the official Hall of Fame members. We did record before anything was done.
Anything was official, but we didn't even mention it.
But we did know that at 50% of the votes were known, Edgar had 90% in. So, Ricky, just do the announcement.
Edgar Martinez is finally in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Greatest DH of all time, designated hitter for those non-baseball linguists.
Yep.
So, just feel like that's got to be out there. We got to say it. We didn't even ask Tony about it. We knew it was going to happen.
We're a podcast in Seattle. Edgar is he's a Mount Rushmore guy.
He's one of the last guys who plays his entire career for one team, all with the Seattle Mariners up here in the Pacific Northwest.
Not to mention he's a hitting coach now.
Yeah, hitting coach, although this year he's not going to be traveling with the team, so he's basically hitting advisor at home games. But
doing a better job than Barry Bonds.
Yeah. Ken Griffey Jr. might be the greatest player in Mariners history, but I think Edgar is hands down the most loved.
Yep.
He's basically Mr. Mariner.
Never left.
So we were embarrassed to not have that in here, so we've squeezed it in. This isn't coming out till Saturday, so we're still way late news, but nothing we can do about that. We're a weekly podcast.
A little bit of fan redemption for ourselves.
But at that, cue the music.
Yeah, grade myself, huh? I don't think so. Oh, he don't play that.
Welcome back to Fairweather Friends. As always, I'm Veg. On my left, Ricky Reyes.
Hello.
Before we introduce our guest, update for those listeners who have actually cared about my job situation. I had an interview on Wednesday. Unfortunately, we recorded this on Tuesday, and it's not coming out till like Friday, so I don't know what happened. If you care,
congratulations, Matt.
Thank you. I got the job. If you care, you can ask me. I guarantee you, I'll just say it went fine. Seemed good. Whoever comes out of those things knowing how they did. The one person that interviewed me that I thought hated me the most hired me once, so I was like, I've never guessed it. But we won't keep waiting any longer. We got our friend Tony B here today.
Hey.
Or as Ricky, you like to call him?
Woke ass Tony B.
Oh, man.
So always with the uhs. Gotta cut them out. Now I'm super aware of them because Jared's talking about trying to not do them. Now I notice every time I do it. But
shit.
I'm going to catch myself then.
Tony, every time we have first time someone's on, we like to try to give like background on how we know each other. How did do you and Ricky, you guys remember when you guys first became either friends or aware of each other even?
It was about, what, fourth grade, right? Third?
So I thought you guys were
Visions.
before us, but I couldn't remember.
We were in different class setups, so I was in Visions.
Oh, shit, you were?
And you were in the normal. I didn't move into the normal setup until fourth grade.
It's crazy.
I've been making a big deal about it, too.
That was my first big full year, fourth grade.
Me too, because I came in, when did you come in? On third grade?
Like halfway through third, I think. I started off in Samish.
I was like May. I came in May.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even, they wouldn't even let me in right away.
How the hell do you remember you came in May?
It was May or June, because it was right towards the end of the school year. I barely just made it into Vision. Actually, and in fourth grade, I was in Visions for a little bit, and then it finally moved me into normal, is what happened.
You got to hang out?
I was complaining a lot, like I was a big baby, dude. Because I was friends with all of everybody, like Ricky and that section. I was friends with everybody in Visions, too, like Colin and stuff. But everybody always gave me a hard time. Like, they're the weird group. I was like, man, I don't like being over here. Even though everybody was cool.
I'm so lost on these groups because I didn't get a clear, like...
It was a weird setup.
There's a rivalry between Visions.
Rivalry between classes?
So it's like Visions had its own, like, little building in the back, and then the normal kids were in their own... The regular, normal kids? The cemented block school. We were just in the back in, like, a trailer.
Well, like most... of you Clear Lakeans, I didn't know you until middle school.
Trumpeteers.
Clear Lake, Samish, Big Lake, like all those outlying schools. But then we had choir in 7th grade.
Yes. Choir.
And then I definitely remember JV basketball as well.
Yes, sir.
Which actually remembered a story. As soon as I started thinking about that, like yesterday, I remembered a story. And I'm sure you'll remember this, at least once I start talking about it. We were walking back to the bus after the game, and like 7th, 8th grade, everyone's walking back to the bus through the parking lot, or else is on the bus already. And I was walking next to you, and all of a sudden you grabbed your face, and you're like, "What the fuck?" or something. And I was like, "What happened?" You pulled your hand away, and your lip was already getting big. You got hit in the face with a rock.
Yep, yeah.
and we're like walking to the bus still. Kind of just kept walking, talking about it. We get on the bus, and then Andrew Chapman hears us, and he's like, "What happened?" And you're like, "I got hit in the face with a rock." And he's like, "What?" And he flips out. And Andrew Chapman, I don't remember when Andrew Chapman left. 8th grade might have been the last year he was in Woolley, but this is a kid who in 8th grade was a fully grown man.
Yeah, like a logger.
Like, he was like
A 30-year-old
probably only like
logger in
5'9" or
middle
5'10", but he was fully developed.
Shane Carwin was hanging out with us when we were middle schoolers.
All of a sudden, he leaves the bus and he heads the way where the rock came from. And all I remember is when he came back, he said they were just like tiny, like little kids. I mean, means they were probably my size at the time. Like
Our size? What are you talking about? Shoot, we only had to be a buck five. How much did you?
Oh
weigh?
yeah, I was in 7th grade. I was like 4'10".
Yeah, because I still
maybe
weighed
100 pounds.
I still weighed 105 pounds in high school up until about my senior year.
Yeah, they measured at the end of 8th grade, and I had just hit 5 foot and was like, 100, 105. But I remember Chapman coming back on the bus and it's like telling somebody, he's like, "Remember that time I hit my brother and like knocked him out?" He's like, "I was so prepared to hit this kid like that. It would have killed him though." So he didn't do it, so he just came back. It was just so weird.
I'm glad I didn't have to get that kid charged with a felony just for a rock hitting me in the lip.
Probably some 11, 12-year-old kid.
I would have felt terrible through life. Fuck.
God, how long did you stick with choir through high school? So I remember they tried to get me to do it because they needed guys.
They kept me in there. I can't say they kept me because I could have kept battling. I stayed. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I like certain aspects of it. But yeah, I actually tried to get out of it. What was it? After 8th grade, I said I wasn't going to do it. I went in 9th grade, signed up for different classes. I go to school, and they're like, "Here's your list of classes." I'm like, "What is this?" "Oh, this is what you signed up for." "No, this is not what I signed up for. I specifically asked not to be in choir." "Oh, well, it looks like you're a choir teacher." I'm like, "How do I have a choir teacher? I didn't sign up for choir."
That happened to me in 8th grade. I tried to switch out, and
Yep.
she put me in, I forget her name, Rogers?
Yes, Miss Rogers. There we go.
Rogers.
You got it. Yeah, I was
And
trying to
then in
remember too.
Freshman year, I remember Jennifer Case and Leslie Tokarczuk coming up and like, Matt, we need boys. I was like, you realize my voice is a soprano. Like, if I join, I'll be joining the girls section.
Which you should have been happy with. I mean, Jennifer Case.
Yeah.
That would have been the
Yeah.
move. Right? That would have been the move.
Yeah.
Can I use their locker room too?
Yeah.
But yeah, good times. And then,
Oh man.
I don't know, just years of hanging out and shit. Last time you came over, it was like high school. Like, we literally sat around drinking beers, watching TV and YouTube videos. Well,
That
I
was
guess
the one we
YouTube
should've
wasn't even
recorded.
around
Yeah,
yet.
huh.
YouTube wasn't even around yet, but watching shit on TV up till like 4 in the morning. Ricky should have kicked us out. Find out he had to work at like 9 in the morning.
It was worth it.
It was fun. I had a good time. So it's like it doesn't happen too often. I'm pretty much a hermit.
Yeah, and that's how I was, especially when I was living in Seattle. Like, I couldn't get people in Seattle to hang out like that because everyone lived so far away from each other. You know, you work
so
in
spread
the
out.
city, but live everywhere.
Nowadays, everybody has kids and wives and stuff now too. It's not.
Yeah, that's why
Definitely
we can't
stand out as I am. Ricky's getting there though. Hey, Ricky.
Yeah.
got to get her to America, and then
There you go.
away from there. Away we go.
And
She's become my number one fan. All right, I feel like we got to start a little bit into why you call him Woke Ass Tony. Although I don't even know if you have a good specific reason.
Yeah, I call myself like half asleep, but this guy says I'm woke. Like, drowsy ass Tony B, but
Wrong kind of woke. Tony.
woke us because he went from blasting club jams and shit all the time to now having like conscious rap and then making conscious rap, and then you see all the shit that he's talking about and posting all the time.
That's true too. And when you were over here that last time, we stumbled on a topic that I did not realize you were so passionate about, which was artists making their own, like writing their own songs and shit. At least being a part of the process, I guess. You know, being one of the writers, not using a ghostwriter.
yeah. I probably got a little bit too riled up. My blood got a little bit boiled.
I mean, I definitely antagonized you throughout.
I guess I got a little bit more serious once I actually started writing around like early 20s, and so then I started looking more into people doing their own music. I started fading away from certain artists. Like, I was a big, huge fan, and I was putting it out there of Drake when I was like early 20 to 23, 24, and then I started looking into things, and I started shutting off on him and people like him, and started listening more to J. Cole and Kendrick.
Drake.
Exactly, Drake.
So I gotta ask you though, then, if you write your own shit, would you want to perform it, or would you want to sell it to somebody else?
I would perform.
Okay.
I would like to. But I mean, obviously, I'm not going out and trying to push that
to Sasha.
point. Yeah.
Talk to Sasha.
Ray, yeah.
He's
Well,
been doing
Ricky
it.
actually sent me another guy. I don't know if you want to say the name, but I haven't talked to him yet. I was thinking about him from
Yeah.
teaching. But I got Kipling
that?
is
My friend Carlos works at he can get studio time.
yeah, and I got Kipling too. I was supposed to get with on this past Saturday, but I ended up having to watch the nieces and the nephews. Jasmine went out and watched the fights.
Uncle Time's good time, but
Hey man, I got a lot of Uncle Time. I got no problem with it. It is what it is.
Plus we got Ray?
Huh?
Ray the
No, but I seen your.
Big Monet?
I
Yeah.
saw what you shared, so I watched it. Yeah, that was cool. I've never met him.
Oh, he's
Is he
tight.
from around here,
Yeah, he's from
Burlington?
Bowling.
Oh shit. I
I
might
feel like
know
the whole
him, then I might
podcast
just
could
not
be you guys
recognize
talking
him.
music.
Yeah, well, he's the one local rapper I know. Besides Sasha.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of local bands now with Lazy Acres and
I wanna
Whiskey
go see
Fever
some,
and
yes.
there's another one, Gin Gypsy.
I haven't heard of them. I
Or-
heard of Lazy Acres and Whiskey Fever. Before.
Vincent?
Yeah, Vincent. I've been seeing a lot of their stuff on Facebook. 'Cause they've been getting. I feel like they're just getting a lot more gigs at bars and stuff. And then they're all gonna play up in Bellingham at Buffalo, Wild Buffalo.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
calling
You
it, like,
posted that,
Skagit
right?
Night. I think I said I was interested.
I think so. Yeah.
Which yeah, why not? It's like 30 minutes away. Seems like it'd be fun. It's not till like mid-February or something like that, or maybe even later. I forget.
Yeah, I think it was February 7th or something like that.
Oh shit, that's coming up.
Yeah, that is.
I have to think about that. I always put that I'm interested, and then it never reminds me on
Yeah.
Facebook
Same.
until the day of. They're like, "You have an event today." I'm like, "I would have had an event if you had told me a week ago."
I know. I go and look because it'll pop up and say so and so is interested in this, and you go into it and yours have already passed. Like what the? You didn't remind. Thanks.
God, I was, yeah, the Burt Kreischer comedy thing we were talking about that. I had put interested in that. And I was
Oh yeah,
even,
your brother went to that.
I was even in Seattle that week working at the catering company.
Oh,
I was
man.
like literally 20 minutes away from the theater.
You would have got to meet him too. That was cool. Ray's got to. Ray's, I should say your brother specifically, since I got a Ray's
Matt, yeah.
sitting here.
Yeah, it's like I said, I listed a bunch of people that I had seen post on Facebook that went to it.
Oh really? Damn.
Would I feel like you're up on music, but who are, you listen to more people that like aren't as well known, right?
I don't know.
I feel like everyone you mentioned last time I had no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know. I used to listen. I just listen. I have random music. Like I don't listen to all just new music that came out. I listen to old, like Doris Day and stuff. Like I listen to Muddy Waters. I'm listening to Satchmo. I got all different kinds of lists on my Spotify. It's just whatever I've downloaded is generally like my R&B and hip hop because it's the easiest to download. You can't download classics off the internet. You gotta pay for that shit.
Is there is there anyone that you think we wouldn't have heard of that we should check out, or our listeners, all 12 of them?
Actually, hold on. Well, you guys know who the Roots are, so you know Black Thought is.
I know the Roots. I don't know individual members.
He's the main guy.
He's the main guy. Okay, yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
He's
you
pretty
go.
funny too, because he's the band leader for which late night show is that?
Fallon?
Fallon?
I think so.
No, that's Questlove, right?
Yeah, the Questlove.
Oh yeah,
Questlove.
he's the main
That's the Roots, though.
one. Huh?
That's the Roots. He's the main lyric.
What band did you say?
What? Roots. They're both from the Roots.
Yeah, Questlove is the.
Oh, okay,
is
yeah,
the
they're
Roots.
both. Okay,
We're
Questlove's
talking
the
about
only one I
different
know
people,
by
yeah.
anything.
Black Thought's the main lyric.
Have you listened to what we could do?
Well, I can answer you right now. Nope.
Rhapsody. She's a female rapper.
I feel like I've definitely heard the name. I
She's
don't-
got the newest song. Maybe the newest one I've had. Because like you said, you might say I keep up on music, but I don't. I bounce around. But she is a sojourner, and it's with J. Cole, and it's pretty like mellow. But she raps like a dude. She's got a pretty good flow, and she's lyrical. She's not like out here.
There's not a lot
in
of
her
like.
bloody shoes. You know.
So she's not like Cardi
Nothing
B.
against Cardi B's hilarious. I like her as a personality, but
Yeah, I don't love listening to her talk.
yeah,
She seems like a cool chick, but I'm like,
yeah, she'd be fun to hang out, go out and drink. I just try not to get in trouble, but like, I'm gonna stand over in this corner. You go ahead and get it kicking with your bloody shoes. I'm gonna stay over here and be safe, folks.
R&B has come back to like not like there's not really gangster rap anymore, is there? Or at least it's not like mainstream.
I think people are trying. Chris Brown still tries to be a gangster.
Is he?
You see him. He does like a backflip and then crosses his arms and shit.
He's bad.
No, it was have you heard the Jamie Foxx story about him?
Uh-uh.
I think I caught it on Rogan years ago. So they said he always likes to challenge people when they show up to his house. Like he always throws those big old house parties. and
Joe
they
Rogan
said they got
does?
a new person. No, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx does.
And they said, I got this new guy for you. Check out. He wants to battle you. He didn't want to battle you. Jamie wants to battle him because he's the best dancer. He wanted to say they want to call him the best dancer at the time. He's only 16.
So he's gonna dance battle him.
Yeah. So Jamie Foxx, well, let me go out there. I'll dance battle him.
Yeah,
he goes out and he just did like a little pop and lock. He said, and then Chris Brown asked everybody to spread out, and I guess Chris Brown just does a backflip. Jamie Foxx throws his hat in and gives up right there. He's like, oh shit.
I mean,
And that was
doing
that.
the backflip good dancing though.
Standing still.
It's an impressive feat of athleticism. Does it really make you a better dancer than the other person?
I just think he knew he didn't have nothing for him. He's
I
like,
mean, how old is Jamie Foxx now? He's got to be like
yeah, he's
50.
up there now. Yeah, that dude still is a triple threat though. He sings, acts.
Oh, he's great. I love him in everything he's been in.
Ooh, you know who's
lately.
very anti-Jamie Foxx?
Uh oh.
Kyle
No.
Hooker.
Uh oh. Oh no.
Wait, why is
Our
he
number one listener.
Oh.
Number one B listener.
Kyle Hooker's a good man though.
51 years old. Yeah. Why is he anti Jamie Foxx?
He hated Jamie Foxx. You never remembered this? We'd always be at the house watching something. We'd be like, fucking Jamie Foxx is in this.
No real explanation though.
He's got an explanation, but that's just
He
like
just
all I
hasn't
can
released.
remember.
It didn't stick in my memory.
That's hilarious.
I hope he really actually does. And I'm not just making this up.
Yeah, he calls in. Hey,
We're gonna get a text from Hookman a
you're making me look bad.
couple hours after this comes out.
And we have Jamie Foxx on the line. What's this beef with Kyle Hooker? If only I could do an impression. Oh man.
I can't even think of a Jamie Foxx.
What did he say? Yeah. I mean, he's great in Horrible Bosses, Baby Driver,
It would have been before all those, though.
Django
So-
Unchained.
Django Unchained.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
be-
be.
he's the new
It
Spawn.
would have been like
He was
Ray
in
era.
Ray,
Come
yeah.
on.
Hey, he's gonna be the new Spawn. I'm not too happy about that because I was a big Michael Jai White fan.
I know.
He's
What
He's
happened?
the original Spawn, but
That guy got,
and that guy's a legit martial artist. He has like 5 different black belts.
and his most memorable role is getting murdered by the Joker.
Yeah.
Wait, who is this guy?
Michael Child White. And what else was he in? He was in another one.
I was say I gotta find a picture of him.
Michael
But
Jai White. And he's
um,
been in Arrow lately too. I've been watching the last season. People
Isn't
ask
this
me why I
Spawn movie?
watched that. I'm a
Haven't they
grown
been talking
man.
about this
I like that
coming
show.
for like ever?
Huh?
It's actually happening.
The
now.
Spawn movie?
It's like what?
I feel like they've been talking about it forever.
It's gonna be.
Oh, you're talking about
Oh
the new
yeah,
one?
Michael
Yeah.
Jai White. Yeah, he was in Dark Knight.
Mhm.
But he was more famous for those fighting movies. What were those? Where he's like in prison, right?
Was
Like,
it
that was like how he got his
You
start.
can't say
as
he
far
was
as I
more
know.
famous for that because none of us know that movie. And we
Yeah,
don't
clearly
know.
not.
yes.
Well, I just mean he was like the lead in that.
Only reason
Where-
I wouldn't have known him unless it was because of Spawn, and then obviously like Arrow lately and Batman. But I mean,
need
there's a
help.
big gap between.
I'm waiting
Spawn
for
and
Arrow to get
Batman.
done because I really liked it, but
Or was it Dark Knight?
I
Right?
got way behind it and everything. When is this release for Spawn? I loved that man when I can't when we were like 12 or 13.
I think so.
That was such a
Dude, I
ridiculous
was
movie.
obsessed. Yeah, I was
John
obsessed with it.
Leguizamo was he? The
Yeah,
one
the,
who was
the clown. Yep. God,
Never back down.
still one of my favorite.
Leguizamo was
The
hilarious.
Pest.
The first one came
The
out
Pest.
in
Shout out
90,
to Ben Smith.
97. Yeah, it was 97, so we were 11.
Jesus.
What else? The Pest and
Holy smokes! Yeah.
Leguizamo, Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Double Dragon was he in Double
Empire
Dragon?
after was that like 2000?
Oh shit, there was a
With Fat
Spawn.
Joe.
There was a Spawn 2
Was there?
that came out in 98.
Oh, it's probably
Was it
terrible.
animated?
Then, huh? Yeah, probably. Was it animated? That's a good question.
Doesn't look like it. It shows a picture of the clown.
Oh shit. Wait.
It's not showing
Do I
me
need
when
to
the new
stop
one's
cussing?
coming out at all.
What?
Spawn 2, 98. It shows a picture of the clown.
Yeah, every time I look it up, it just shows old shit. But
Huh.
he was in Black Panther? Or did they just ask him about Black Panther? I don't know. People
Michael
are-
Jai White was in Black Panther?
There's an article here on Spawn, Black Panther raising 5 kids. So I think he might have just been talking about Black Panther and the
I said, I don't remember him being in it.
yeah, just how it was a black superhero and how
Oh, okay.
whatever.
He was on the Mortal Kombat reboot. That's pretty cool.
Everyone's like, we have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Yep.
I had to look him up to figure out who he was, but then I knew immediately. He's the one that the Joker kills in Dark Knight. Black Knight.
Oh, okay.
Black Knight.
Yeah. Ricky wrote up a good point. I forgot he was in the Mortal Kombat reboot. That I still think should be made to a full.
I think that was epic.
I never did watch
Yeah,
the
it
reboot.
was.
I should
It's
watch
on
that.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's
It's on YouTube. Always great when you get a
Yeah,
YouTube
no,
release.
Netflix. They end
It's
up buying
actually
it
worth
soon.
watching it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, you actually had to wait. I had to wait for the damn episode, so
Well, the first part they made
built it up a little
he
bit.
made on his own, and then someone bought it. So the second part looks.
He did?
He made the first one on his own. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
damn. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't look into it. I just watched this. Like, damn, they should make this a full setup.
I never
It's set
watched
up
it,
like a
but
gritty crime
YouTube
drama.
Red did a show on the like Karate Kid sequel
Oh yeah.
where him and the other dude from the Cobra Kai dojo are dads and their kids end up fighting each other.
You watch it?
No,
I haven't.
Don't they
But
flip
I read
it to
about
make him the good guy? Kinda?
his kid's like a douche, and he kind of turns and is like, "Stop being a douche." I guess I don't know. I read about it, but shit, there's just too many shows and movies to keep track of.
No, if you keep track of just the good ones, like The Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher. Did
I
you
gotta
watch
watch
season
season
2?
I've been watching it. Don't ruin it.
Ah.
I'm only at 5. Don't say
Ah,
nothing.
I haven't
past
started it.
5.
Okay, I
won't say
rewatched
nothing.
season 1, so I think I only made it through like 6 episodes.
You gotta
and
watch it.
Forgot about it.
I like that
John
shit.
Barenthal's the man.
Yes.
That guy is pretty awesome.
protect the Rick.
What else have you been in other than Walking Dead? I know
Yeah.
I've seen him in a few other things,
Fury.
but I can never remember. Fury the tank,
Tank
movie?
movie, yeah.
Oh, he's in that? That was a good movie. I like that. That was a little slow.
What else was it?
I don't think I
a couple other things.
What Fury? The what? Was that with who else was in that movie?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
Brad
okay. I
Pitt.
did.
Matt is
Damn, I'm gonna have to watch that again to remember what. I can't remember him. In the
Shia
movie.
LaBeouf like hides under a tank, and then an enemy soldier sees him and walks away
Yeah.
because he's like a kid too. Spoiler!
Spoiler. If you haven't
always
seen
forget to
it,
say that
shame
till-
on you.
Always forget to say spoiler
You
till
can't-
after the
yeah.
spoil.
A certain amount of years don't pass.
Yeah, shame
Your
on
brain
you.
doesn't work that way where you're like, I'm
See.
about to say a spoiler. You say it, you hear yourself, and you're like, oh shit.
That's why I didn't want to get into the Punisher because I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. So I just shut up. I was like,
Shit.
yeah, I'll stop.
Okay, I'll start it. What's the guy's name? Jigsaw?
Yeah,
The one that he rubbed into the mirror at the end?
yeah.
I got to the end. Ricky?
He'll be all right. He didn't ruin anything.
Yeah.
Another reason that
Stop talking.
backtracking here, digressing to the woke ass Tony shit.
Woke
A lot of your Facebook posts are not. They're the type of articles and things that most people don't give a
Yeah.
shit about.
Yeah, I don't like to post my lunch and my dinner on Facebook like everybody
No, yeah,
else.
no pictures.
I mean, that's cool.
But it's
you
like
made a
not- you're-
tuna sandwich.
They're not like
but
political posts like everybody else. Like your last one was about bees being
yeah, just random stuff.
going extinct because of ticks or something.
Huh?
Your
What
last
was it?
your last one was about the bees. What was the bees going extinct because of some tick?
I gotta go and try to find it.
Did you not read the article, Tony?
I don't remember. I post so much.
You just
Homie, don't
posted
say
it because
that.
of the headline.
No,
You did post some weird random stuff too.
hold on. Let me
Where did
to
it go? There's where you shared our thing. Appreciate that. Apparently a 12-minute,
I tried-
11 and a half minute video.
I tried to
sneak peek
I tried to
was too
share 'em
long
all.
for our Facebook friends. It's got like 4 views. It's
They'll
weird
watch
because if
it.
we go live, they go back and watch it. But if I post a 10-minute clip thinking, hey, they'll check this out. It's only 10 minutes. So we'll do 5 minutes on this one. Let's see. You posted, world bee collapse may boil down to a vicious mite and an overlooked idea.
Oh yeah, the mite. All right.
What was that about? I don't read them.
I don't recall. I'm doing terror. I'm doing terror right now. I'm trying to find it on my phone.
I feel like the headline.
I think it was an inverse.
Inverse.
I think it was an inverse article.
Yeah.
Inverse. All right.
But you post shit like that, like you're not posting political stuff, and when it is political, it's not like a side.
It's kind of like the
Like you're-
gender stuff.
There's no real like, yeah, you couldn't look at all your Facebook posts and be like, oh, he's clearly a Republican or a Democrat or like anything,
If I don't have a set side, I wouldn't say.
because you also posted man injects 18 doses of semen into arm to
Yeah,
cure
you like-
back pain.
You like
Ends up
that?
in
You thought that
hospital.
was a smart idea, huh?
That was a good headline.
I thought that was.
I've got some back pain. I was thinking about it.
I was laughing so hard I had to share it. I don't share. To be honest with you, I don't share that much. I share just like the smallest percentage. So
They're just
it's
random.
just-
So where is it you see all these? You said Inverse. That's a website.
I have inverse, and then I've just got different. Sometimes I go on, even though Guardian's more of like a Democratic side, I go on Guardian. But like I said, I go back and forth. So I'll go on, and I'll just Google things. Sometimes I'll see things on YouTube, and so I'll have to go find the article and that. Like I'll just watch, like when I'm watching different podcasts, and I'll hear different things, and it makes me go into start doing the little rabbit hole, searching into different topics.
And there's definitely
I
like
get interested.
conspiracy type stuff on here, kinda.
Yeah.
Russian army probes collapsed mountain amid claims it was caused by UFO.
Yeah, that's actually a real article. So I didn't say UFO specifically, but
No, I mean that was
there's
just
like a
the
mountain
headline.
that's split in half. It was just weird. They have video of it too. I don't know if the video is on that I posted or it's just an article, but they have video where the Russians are walking around. You can see the mountain split in half.
Are you?
It's very strange. I don't know what it is. It could be a meteor.
Do you have any conspiracy theories that you do stand behind?
That I stick to? I don't have any hard
That you
evidence
believe in?
on anything.
Well, I'm not saying that you can prove because
You can-
obviously
you
it wouldn't be
can-
a conspiracy theory if we
I
could
was
prove
gonna say
it.
you could ask me, but obviously nothing's ever solid.
There's none that you. 'Cause me, honestly, I told Ricky this earlier.
That I'm
I
completely sold
don't.
on?
I
I
think
don't know.
the first moon landing was faked. I believe we've been there since and landed, no problem.
You think I'll go? I don't know if I'll agree but I do think that we were trying. Obviously, it was a race, so we wanted to be the first and beat Russia.
That's what I was telling Ricky.
Yep.
It's just the same with like the nuclear warheads and things. We want to be the first.
It was a race.
We
and
don't have to have it, but we can say we were there.
We weren't even really. We were so far behind. I watched Hidden Figures. This is documentary. No, but no. Even in Hidden Figures, they point out that like Russia was circumventing the entire Earth and landing before we had taken off and landed. Like
Oh, really?
we were that far behind. And
Yeah,
the next
then
thing you know,
obviously-
we land on the moon and return, and they haven't. And like, how did we pass them?
It's
that
our government.
fast.
Our government getting scared. Like we got to say something.
And it was clearly important for us to beat them, just like with the Cold War. Two very stubborn countries at the time, powerhouses.
Yeah. Well, you could see there's multiple because they were trying to get out ahead, I guess, in the media and make it a bigger deal. They would take pictures of them setting up and practicing their moonwalks and using the devices, and they would black out the background and make it look like it was from space. Like there's from the first couple moon landings. Like it's crazy to think about.
Bill Simmons had his son on. He had his he's been watching YouTube videos, and he doesn't believe that we land on the moon. And his
At all?
No. So his evidence, well, that the moon landing was fake. I guess they didn't get into like, well, you think we've been since? I'm trying to think what his evidence was. It was
The wind.
yeah, that the flag was moving even though there's no gravity.
Yeah.
There was like 3 things that he had.
I forgot what the other ones were.
Yeah, me too already.
There's weird videos too when
Great
they
preparation.
say they're in space and you'll see them talking and then they'll do like spins and it looks like their foot gets caught. It's just weird stuff, dude. Weird things. And bubbles in space. I'm not a scientist, so I don't
There
want to
was
get into
bubbles?
that. You can see in videos sometimes you'll see like little bubbles because they think they do a lot of their practice in water tanks and pools.
Yeah, underwater.
So they say that that's what they're shooting. They're making that, but you can see like they do close-ups. You can see like bubbles when they're saying that it's space footage.
Clearly,
It's just random videos. Like I said, I don't know what I'm sold on, but it is weird to see all that. You're just like, what?
I'll be very honest.
makes
I've
you
done
makes
no
you
research.
sketchy.
My whole logic was the one statement I made about us being way behind. And that's my only real reason for believing it. No
Like
reason.
I said, I bounce around. It's not like I ever stick and stay on. I'm just bouncing around. Just that's how I am. Fucking weird. But I'm all over the place. But yeah, it's just weird things like that makes me think that. Like I think we've been to the moon. So I just don't think we're in.
There's no reason we wouldn't have. Our
I just don't
technology
think
has
that a lot of
advanced
the
so far since the
footage-
50s.
Yeah.
It was the 50s we landed? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know.
JFK, how many shooters?
I don't
we
think.
should throw that on the middle of every podcast. Just see what people say.
I don't know. I just don't think that the right guy got caught.
Well, I think he was definitely involved.
And I think it was a setup. I think it was obviously planned. It wasn't just some guy just going and popping.
That show with
Maybe I do
James
with Cuba.
Franco, where he goes back in time and like can keep going back in time to the same place and has to try to stop it. They get into that because he gets far enough to where they start getting into the different people that started affiliating with what's his face. Should know his name pretty well.
What show? George
It was
Bush
a Hulu original, I think. And it had James Franco, and it's based off a book where you can go back in time, but every time you go back in time, it's always the same point.
You're just basically
So if
doing
you
like
died-
a time loop to the
If you
same.
died, you like go back to the future where you were, and you'd have to go back again or whatever. And so he would like make it further and further, but also the longer you were in the past and tried to change things, the more it would fight back. It was a weird.
I
show.
say there's all kinds of movies like that too.
But it used real
like that
docu-
Tom Cruise too.
Yeah, it used real stuff too on like the different relationships. That,
Oh, okay. It's
that
actually
what's
using
his
real
name
historical
made.
events and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and like he visited the location, things like that, because he was trying to figure out how to prevent it.
Oh, I think I know. Is it James Franco or Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, it's James Franco.
Oh, there's a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal like that too. He's like on a train trying to prevent. explosion happened.
Well, this was specifically the
I can't-
JFK assassination.
I can't remember what show this. I don't know what show you're talking about. Is I mean, damn, James Franco show. It's on Amazon or something.
I think it was on Hulu.
Oh, I don't.
It was
Ever
when I was living in Seattle, so it was a good
I gotta start getting on Hulu.
4 years ago or so.
I think I've used Hulu like twice.
Seems like a good time to go to our reoccurring segment before we change topics. We blowing up?
Dun 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 dun.
Explain it again. Clearly, we're really good at this, even though the download statistics do not support that statement. Thank you, Facebook friends, or lack thereof.
You.
So we're practicing putting in advertisements, sponsors, whatever, that we make up at some point, either during the podcast or afterward. And I talk while Ricky scrolls through Facebook on his phone.
I'm on James Franco's filmography right now.
Trying to figure out the name of it. Man in a High Place, Man in a High Tower. No, that's a whole different show. Damn it.
What?
63 is that was the 60s, it's the JFK assassination.
Yeah.
But we were talking the moon landing, that's when I said 50s. All right, so we blowing up. We'll
Hopping
take this
around.
moment to go to a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Are you tired of always thinking about a workout and never getting it done? Are you tired of looking into the fridge and grabbing the soda instead of the water?
I actually do drink water quite a bit, but yeah, working out, that don't happen, Ricky.
I am too. And I forgot what it's like to work out. Tony, what's it like?
Oh man. It's a euphoric feeling. It makes you feel like you could take the world over.
I've heard people say that they feel like they have more energy throughout the day when they work out in the morning. Is that true? I don't feel like that's true.
I believe so, actually.
How would you
If
have
you
more
do,
energy after you just used all that energy in the morning?
well, you're burning off fat from the night before. If you've eaten correctly and not drinking
Nope.
Mountain Dew, and Coca-Cola, and McDonald's, then you're gonna burn off some nice little fats, and then you got that energy stored in. You're gonna
I did show up,
move through the day, buddy. You're gonna move through the day.
I did show up today with a bag of McDonald's for
McDonald's.
McDonald's for me, Matt, and Ricky. Probably should go work.
Yep.
so
Feeling
I
a little
should
bit
go
worse.
burn that shit off.
A little
Yes.
bit worse. I agreed. Remember playing morning basketball every day. I had that nice routine going. Yeah.
I puked.
I probably should start doing that.
I played the morning basketball with Ricky and Blair, and then on my drive back, I basically chugged a 24-ounce Gatorade.
Oh shit!
Got home, took a shower, and like puked up
And
half
got
the Gatorade
everything.
in the shower.
Oh man!
And it was still only like 7:20 in the morning. Fucking so early.
Yeah. Get up, play basketball.
terrible time to puke.
Do a workout. Get your day going.
I should have been smart and not drinking the whole.
Yeah,
Gatorade.
that's what I
Should have been
was- that's
sipping,
bad.
but I felt so thirsty. All right, so this episode brought to us by working out. Come on, people. Stop being fat, lazy fucks and get off the couch and work out.
Get up and move.
I'm not gonna, but you should.
Be like Tony.
That's not true. I've gone walking in Northern State a couple times. Starting out slow.
There you go.
Do some walking here in the winter.
We should start hitting Squire Lake.
But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go on a hike before I get a job.
You gotta go on
I just went with the kids and the dogs the other day. Well, the kids, not my kids, the nieces and nephew and my sister. And
do a trail run.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah, because I didn't get to run. We were walking.
Going uphill and shit.
It'd be nice. I've been trying to do
I
three a
don't
day,
like to
3
run,
miles.
Ricky.
But
My
Oh,
knees
it's so
can't
much
take
fun.
it.
Out in the
well,
woods,
your
it's way
knees
funner.
can't
My knees can't take it. I don't know why. Actually, my left knee. It gets
wrap them.
all sore. It's weird.
Wrap them with those bandages. Supposed to keep keeps
Ooh.
it all tight.
I could get one of those things from Rite
They
Aid.
work.
Go official old man style.
They work though.
I know. I used to
Just wear some long pants over. You'll be all right.
What's
I
that?
did one for my shins back in the day when I got shin splints.
I always used to get those.
That
I
shit
hated
worked
that shit.
good.
What's that stuff called? Kinesiology? Whenever you put the tape on?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, where they just kind of
There
like
you
it looks like it's doing nothing, but it's just
It's
man,
actually,
yeah.
it is
I
actually
don't
doing
understand
I'm
something.
sure you probably.
We should start
Cook would
cupping.
know a little
Yeah,
bit
we should
about
start
this
cupping,
too.
guys.
Hook
There
we
you
got.
go.
We're getting into this workout thing. I'm gonna get obsessed. Like with this podcast, I'm gonna go in amateur style, hurt myself, and then have to start researching.
No. Start off slow. Start off slow.
We'll do the contest like on the Joe Rogan one. that we were
Seinfeld?
talking
We
to.
should do like,
I'm definitely losing that contest.
Yeah. You'd be out like Kramer.
dude. If I wasn't such a pussy, I'd
I'm
try
out.
Iron Man. Just, done.
I mean, it's not fair that they saw a naked girl across the street the same day they start the contest. What are the odds? All right, so what were we saying? Oh yeah, work out, guys,
work out.
and don't have masturbation contests.
I mean, you can still do that, but work out too. Just don't be in the same room having those contests.
As soon as someone leaves the room, you know why.
Yeah.
Never eat the cookie.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Avoid the
It took
cookie.
me a minute. I hope most people don't understand that. All right, well, thanks again, Tony, for being here and helping us with the
Yes, sir.
sponsorship.
Thank you.
Guys, Be healthy. Make good life decisions. And we're back. There's more us for you. God damn it. I wouldn't even care, Jared. You had to get it in my head.
It'd be all right.
You like Sherbatsky?
Did you,
But,
it's a work in
watch the
progress.
football games, Tony?
But,
No, I actually didn't. I just caught the last. I had to go and watch the replay of the controversy with the Saints.
The dumb call.
Yep.
People still trying to argue like, oh, the Saints should have just done more to win. Well, they actually did more than the Rams, and the Rams wouldn't have even had a chance to tie it if
Was
they
it-
didn't get the call.
That's
So maybe
true.
you should argue the Rams should have done more to where that didn't matter.
I saw
They always put it on the team that ends up losing. Like, well, you should have done more anyway. Like, or the refs should have just made the right call, and we do the same as we did, and we win. Like, it should have happened.
It's funny in football, the victims get the shit kicked out of them still, but in regular life, the victims, and even if they're wrong, people who play the victims, everybody feels bad for them. In football, like, shut the hell up. Just accept the loss.
Did you guys see that Gurley really did trade his jersey with a ref's shirt?
That's what I was going to say, the meme.
I
was
thought
gonna
that was
bring
a fake
I thought it
meme.
was too. So that's real? I was just about to
Mike
bring that
Francesco
up.
went off on his radio show about it.
Is it real or no? There's no way.
He went
I
off
thought it was
about
a
it like
fake
it was
meme.
real.
It was the meme, but TG posted it.
I was going to say, it can't be
Oh,
real, right?
does that? It was just that he posted the meme.
All right,
Yeah.
I
That
was,
makes sense. I was like, because I just saw it today. I was like, why is he?
You
I was
posted-
just about to bring that up,
Yeah.
so you had me. I was like, are you serious?
That would have been
That had to
terrible.
be
Look, he should have walked straight to the locker room. He didn't do shit in that game. I don't know what happened there. Did you have what 2 teams were you hoping made it?
Was I obviously the Saints, and it's not because I'm a huge Saints fan, but just because of most of my friends. You guys, Hook, obviously. I don't really
Just
care because
Hook,
I don't have
don't
a
say you
dog in
guys.
the fight. Like I had the Bucks and they suck, so they didn't have no chance. And then obviously the Seahawks didn't make it, so I didn't.
So you're
really,
the opposite of me though, because I wouldn't root for the Rams because they were a division rival, but you were okay rooting for a division rival.
well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I didn't
Wait.
care. I wanted the Patriots to lose because I fucking hate the Patriots. I can't say anything else other than that.
Did
so.
you? Who do you like better, Jameis Winston or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Winston?
Ooh.
But that's because I gotta do some more digging and get into him a little bit more because I'm not happy right now. Period. With the quarterback situation.
I mean, you guys had the second most passing yards. I've mentioned this like 8 times in the podcast. You guys are the second most passing yards in the league this year, and we're terrible.
Yes, exactly. Terrible.
In a league
It
that they
is
say is a
terrible
passing
the right word.
They say it's a passing league now, but every team that keeps winning in the playoffs
Hey.
rushes for more yards than the other team.
I guess it's a good thing I don't care so much though anymore like I used to. But it's
I
just-
almost root more for the
still get
Patriots
irritated
the
every
more
once
people
in a
hate
while.
on them.
You what?
It almost makes me keep wanting to root for the Patriots more and more
Because everybody's.
because everyone hates them, and it makes me laugh.
It seems like every year there's more and more people that hate on him too. Now it's like, dude, I've been hating the Patriots since day one. What's wrong? Well, not day one. I liked him when Drew Bledsoe was quarterback.
I want to make a correction too. So I said that the Patriots beat the Rams the year before the Rams beat the Titans. It was the other way around.
Ah,
This is the Rams' second Super Bowl in a row. Was Brady's first Super Bowl win. So he kind of ended the Rams' greatest show on turf little era.
Huh.
good.
It wasn't the other way. I had said it, but it doesn't really matter either way. But yeah, so this is 16 years. Brady's 17 years. Brady's 9th Super Bowl appearance in
Jesus
17
Christ.
years.
3 in a row.
That's fucking
3 in a row,
ridiculous.
4 in the last 5 years. It was like 5 in the last 9 years. There was like a little gap there. Partly because Brady, tore his ACL.
Yeah, he missed
the
that one
entire.
year.
They still won 10 games that year and didn't make the playoffs though, with Matt Castle as quarterback.
That's ridiculous.
So I
Peyton
take it.
Manning too. He was in the AFC.
What?
Well,
Yeah, well the AFC was
That's
pretty good.
part of
Then.
the
They said
reason
10
why.
wins wasn't enough to make the playoffs.
yeah. Part of the reason why Brady didn't get in is Peyton Manning.
Oh, that was young. Okay.
To
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well Peyton only made it there once with the Colts, right? Oh no, he made it twice because he
Yeah,
beat the
Broncos.
Bears, lost to the Saints.
Then he went back with the Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, and then he
Yep.
went 2 with the Broncos. The
Yeah.
first one he got destroyed by one of the greatest defenses of all time, the Legion of Boom.
A flash in history. Success that could not be sustained.
They went back to back. How many teams go back to back? Especially in this era where there's been every year a team. Well, I guess the teams that win the Super Bowl usually do okay. Still, usually the team that loses does terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl hangover. So I take it you're rooting
It's
for
the gloom and doom over him.
you're rooting for the Rams then.
Yeah. I guess if you can say I'm rooting for anyone. I
So
guess.
you're rooting for the Patriots to lose.
I'm not.
really
Yeah,
for
I do. I
Rams
want the
to win.
Patriots to lose, but I really don't give a shit.
Honestly, I'm rooting against the Rams. Goff is
I'm
For
rooting
someone
against
who's not really a huge douchebag, he's super unlikable.
who's Hollywood rooting for? L.A.
They're
or
rooting for the
New
Rams.
England because New England is a winner team.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because you know how people are there. They
I gave
fair
a
weather
guy.
fans. I'd
I
say.
gave a guy a ride last night who's
I
from
mean,
LA.
that's every state, but what?
Actually, gave a guy in Bellingham a ride last night for Uber. Not randomly, guys. I don't pick up hitchhikers.
Yeah.
Only if they offer to pay me.
Yes.
But he's from LA, and he said LA has kind of embraced the Rams. They definitely have not the Chargers at all.
Damn.
Partly
Okay.
because the Chargers play in a soccer field, so the stadium sucks too anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not even a fun experience, even if you like the team. But it sounds like LA has. And the Rams are the better story. The young quarterback,
true.
young coach. Freaking that coach is. Actually, he's younger than you, right?
Is it?
You're already 33, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's younger than you. He's turning 33
shit.
like in a couple days.
Oh damn. Good
He's
for him.
less than half of Belichick's age.
Way to rub my non-accomplishments in my face.
Hey, I'm only a
Not-
few months
Hey,
behind.
I need comedy. That's good. I'm not,
We're only a few months behind.
Another
No,
LA
that's awesome.
Boston.
damn.
Huh?
Another LA Boston.
Yeah, LA Boston championship. Where have we seen this before? Constantly. But I'm trying to think of like the storylines. The storylines are all going to be about how great Brady and Belichick have been,
Yeah, they're
and
the
then how
team
young
duo.
McVay is, like, and how smart he is. What other storylines are there for the Super Bowl this week? They'll find them, but no obvious ones are there.
Unless something happens, something all of a sudden happens this week.
They'll find some player who,
Talib
Has
playing
some
against his
story.
old team.
yeah, he was only there for a year, but that's true. Well, oh yeah, no, Talib and Cooks. Cooks
Yeah.
gets a chance to go back to back against his last two teams and try to beat them to get to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, revenge!
Brandon Cooks. Okay, so we have
It's a
some,
tale of revenge.
some revenge game storylines.
Ooh.
Sue, can he redeem himself from his dirty player image? I feel like he hasn't done anything dirty in like 4 or 5 years that we're aware of.
There was that picture of him poking Larry Fitzgerald in the eye.
Ah,
But then Fitzgerald's such a nice guy. He's like, no, he didn't mean anything by it. We don't believe you, Larry.
he's like got his arm extended with one finger out.
Yeah, and it's like
poking him.
poking it like downward.
I don't know if that's really how bad it was.
It was bad.
Oh, Larry Fitzgerald, speaking of him, where should he play next year? He can't retire. He can't retire. He's like 35 and still putting up 100 catch 1,000-yard seasons.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
Larry's an OG receiver.
He's the only guy who's got a chance to catch Jerry Rice. You think he'll stay in Arizona? I mean, I guess
Yeah.
he's been there his whole career, but I don't know lie. It would be kind of fun to see him come back. Him and Brady do a retirement tour. It would probably go up in flames like every other receiver they brought in other than Moss.
But people hated
Damn.
Brady and they like Fitzgerald. So
Yeah.
It'd be perfect. Convince
He would have
Gronk
to go
and Brady
to-
to play one more year.
I think New
That's smart.
Orleans would be better because people like Breeze.
It's true. They could use a good slot guy. They don't really have one since Graham left.
He's better than Dez, who they signed.
Yeah, he is. And then you'd have Michael Thomas on the outside, Fitz in the slot, the running back Kamara coming out of the backfield. Yeah, a lethal combination. Other than that, I don't know. Next year's gonna be interesting, as always. I guess you can just say that every year. Tony doesn't seem too interested in football. That's
I'm
fine.
listening.
No.
No, I gotta catch up. I got no issues with this at all.
Tony's a fights guy.
I'm a little bit behind.
Oh,
Like
that's
I said,
right.
I don't.
How did
focus
you?
on everything.
What are your thoughts on the fights now being on ESPN like every fucking week?
I don't know. I did the little free pass. Obviously, I'm gonna have to start paying and get that set up or go on Reddit.
I know Hook and Darren did too.
Yeah.
Matt paid
Darren
for
thought
it
he was
too.
going to get some boobies of one of the female fights. He said it looked like her shirt was coming up. He was pretty excited, but it didn't happen.
I didn't. Yeah, I caught one of the fights. It was Calderwood and what was her name? I can't remember the girl from Brazil she was fighting, but there was you're probably talking about Paige Van Zant and Rachel Ostovich. Is the little blonde? Were you watching it?
I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's
You-
the one he's
was
talking
it?
about.
Yeah.
Would you watch it, Ricky?
I watched it
Them
here.
girls are
Oh,
better
nice.
looking than the ring girls, man. But yeah, no, I was actually surprised. I didn't see it in live time because I had to pause because I was hanging out with Zeke. I paused it and chilled out for a while, and I came back and it was already over. But the Cejudo and Dillashaw, I was extremely surprised by
So did you see that
Cejudo
one
just
yet?
manhandling him. Huh?
So you saw that one?
No, I watched the replay. I didn't see it in live time, but I watched the replay.
I still need to watch the replay. I don't see another female fight. They're not showing on the card.
It's Calderwood Lipinski, I believe is what her name was.
There's probably an undercard on here somewhere.
yeah,
that
it was an undercard.
they're not showing on me. But yeah, so Dillashaw goes down, the fastest lightweight knockout in UFC history,
Yeah, they're what is it?
or in UFC championship.
Flyweight, yeah.
Oh, it's flyweight.
Yeah, they're 125.
You
Would you have
think the
stopped
dude
it?
goes down?
Would
he
you
would
have stopped it?
I went back and I watched it because there was people complaining about it, and dude, he got dropped 3 times, and he didn't start doing that single leg till it was like over. So I think it was a fair stoppage. I think
You
maybe
can't
you should
wait-
give him another go around, and if he gets dropped and stopped again, then he'll be quiet.
It's tough, but if you, as a ref, if you wait 2 seconds of him being out, and you're wrong, and then you don't get there till 3 or 4 seconds, then
Yep.
you're gonna get horribly criticized. 'Cause
Exactly,
That guy's gonna
and that's-
take 2 more punches.
That's why it can go either way for the refs. That's why he's in a
then you-
terrible position.
But then you never know if right when you go to stop it, they're gonna come to and start defending themselves.
Yeah, that's why he gave him. I think he gave him enough time because he got, like I said, he got dropped 3 times. He was still fighting, and then the last time he got dropped, he was kind of just like hanging on. He
Yeah.
wasn't-
Were you talking
He got-
Joanne Calderwood and Ariane Lipsky?
Yeah, Aryan Lipsky.
Okay,
I couldn't
that was
remember her
the
first name.
prelims.
Lipsky. All right, I said Lipinski. That's a skater, I think.
Tara Lipinski.
Tara Lipinski. No, the thing I was most excited about actually was the Cerrone Hernandez fight. Hernandez is a young guy talking all kinds of stuff, calling Cerrone a geriatric. And he was gonna get old Don out of there, and Cerrone pieced him up the whole fight, just popping him in the mouth. Just he gave him some humble pie. That kid told him he said on himself afterwards he needs to learn how to fight. I was like,
Are you worried that all these fights on ESPN are going to oversaturate?
I think they're already trying to
do
do
you
that.
care? Because do you really care if it's popular? Like you just want to watch it, right?
I only watch certain fights, so I like certain fighters. I don't watch all of them, so I don't really care because obviously I think it's always been growing, and I thought it was going to. As soon as it hit Fox, I already knew. I was like, Jesus, like there's gonna be so many people like Fairweather just hopping on and start talking like they know things. I'm not.
We're in a different
too
era, but like
skilled.
what made boxing so great back in the day was like you had to wait for these fights, and then they were like pay per
Spaced
view,
out.
so
The
it was like an
mystique.
event.
You didn't
Yeah.
really know much. Like,
Exactly.
you hear about Mike Tyson, but you couldn't like Google him real quick.
Yeah, you can
Yep,
watch
exactly.
highlights
Yeah.
for 3 hours beforehand.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be on. Is that like every week?
Well, it's like everything is
they're having, like,
accessible. I don't think it's gonna be.
They're having like I don't know.
It's gonna be so many weeks of the year, but I don't think it's every week. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they could possibly do it every week.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's probably obviously there's going to be a lot more than it was last year because it seems like every year they build and they add more and more to the season. And obviously
like
it's
Chael
all
Sonnen?
season. Do I like Chael Sonnen? I think he's funny. I didn't
No,
like
he's
him.
not-
I didn't like him for a time when he was fighting, but I think he's hilarious.
His post game, I couldn't handle.
His what?
His son.
Oh, did you watch it? I
Yeah.
didn't watch it.
Okay,
Was
so
it
it
with
looks like,
Ariel and the bad guy?
It looks like the next ESPN one isn't until February 17th.
Some
Oh, yeah, okay, so you got a little bit.
So it sounds like it's gonna be kind of like.
Because
Is there a UFC before that?
Well, they have shows where they do like shows though. It'll just be on different channels. So it'll be ESPN, and then sometimes they'll have pay per view. They'll be like back to back to back. And
Yeah, so
it'll
you
seem
got-
like that, and then for a while they'll have a break.
so there's a UFC
weeks.
February 9th,
Okay.
and then UFC on ESPN the 17th, and then Fight Night, and then there'll be another UFC, another fight, bunch of fight nights.
Yeah, I have to see.
Oh,
yeah,
they
those
haven't
are-
scheduled the next UFCs and ESPN fights, I guess.
Fight
So they-
nights are nice. Those are free. Those are the free fights. Those are the fights I like.
I guess the other question is going to be whether
pay per view prices.
is the ESPN one going to stay where some of the fights are on. No, I guess the main cards are going to be on ESPN Plus, huh?
Yeah,
Fuck ESPN.
the regular ones will be on just a regular. Was it ESPN
Damn them.
206 or 206 for me? Just DirecTV. The prelims, and then you got to actually pay. Which is I didn't even look to see how much it was. I just did the free trial, and I have to go cancel it.
Looks like Dana White was just originally negotiating just to try to get highlights on SportsCenter, just
Oh,
for the
really?
exposure, and then it turned into a full-on negotiation.
Which they had already been doing stuff anyways. Like they would randomly, you would see it, which I thought was.
They do
kind of cool.
WWF recaps.
Catch
They
it every
might
once
as
in a
well
while.
do.
Huh?
They do WWF recaps.
Yeah, I was
Might
gonna
as
say,
well
but
do.
I thought you would catch it every once in a while. I was surprised to see. It's like, what? They're talking about who and who? What? Of course, they're talking about Conor McGregor. So.
I guess each
Again,
time the
Got
regular
Shannon Sharp talking about
the regular
Conor
prelims will
McGregor.
be on regular ESPN, but yeah,
Huh?
1.5 billion dollars for 5 years of UFC programming on ESPN.
Damn. And a lot of those fighters won't get paid shit.
No, yeah, they gotta.
There's
They need a
people who
union
get
because they don't have a union, right?
no.
You
That's
have
why
to-
there's certain fighters who are trying to start one. I guess they have one working, but it's not fully set up.
Because
And obviously Dana's not gonna want the UFC to be part of the union.
if I was a fighter in the UFC,
Well,
as
he's
soon
not
as they
the
told
main.
me I can't have my own sponsors,
Yeah.
I can't promote
That-
myself and get my own sponsors and make my own money, I would have been like, everyone, we got to shut this down. We don't get a fight, or they don't get to see us fight until we have at least that much rights.
That's where they got most of their money from, is the sponsors. They're having their separate sponsors, not everybody sharing the same sponsor, like Reebok.
Because how many of these guys are fighting in ones where no one ever sees them? They're getting their ass kicked just for a chance at this.
Mm-hmm.
So they come into these UFC with probably tons of concussions already. Like most of the guys already have cauliflower ear and shit.
Yep.
Like they're taking a beating.
You got to think about like people who might have CTE later down in life too. They talk about it in football.
It's almost a guarantee. It sounds like.
Yeah, you got to imagine all these guys are getting paid jack shit. At least in football, they're getting paid, but obviously you're doomed.
We were talking about how with
From the
hockey,
get-go.
concussions haven't come up either.
Yeah.
UFC either. Like yet NFL, it's just
That's going to be MMA. Since MMA is such a new sport, it's going to be later down the line. I'm surprised by hockey though. It hasn't been, because it's been out for
the
so
biggest
long.
difference is that the NFL there was a lot of evidence that they knew about it and blatantly hid it and lied about it to their players.
That's crazy.
Where the hockey and UFC just
They used to not
they
even
didn't do any
wear
research.
helmets in hockey. Remember that shit?
Yep. Well, football, shoot, old school football used to be like rugby helmets. Yeah.
leather padded helmets.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like, God damn.
All right, we got to wrap
That
this one
reminds me
up
of
here.
turkey football.
We got to wrap this one up here pretty quick because Ricky does have to work. I only got a little bit of time.
And I got to go watch the kids still.
We already got taken off track on the football thing. I definitely want to get your pick. So you're actually picking the Rams to win?
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Rams because I hate the Patriots.
All right, so
No.
you're not going to be like,
There's
I
no
want
other
the Rams
reason.
to win, but I think the Patriots are going to win, anything like that?
I won't be like that because I'm going to be pissed off either. If the Patriots win, then I'm going to be pissed. I'm not going to want to talk about that shit, so no, I'm not going to say nothing.
I think the Super Bowl is going to go
I'll just be real quiet and sit to myself like I do as a hermit.
We definitely got to reach out to
Unwise
people.
Oh,
about-
wise. Yeah, right. Unwise.
We
What?
definitely got to reach out to people and see about a viewing party
Pennywise.
somewhere.
I'm down to go and watch. You guys can educate me a little bit more on certain, because I
don't
know
care.
certain people.
I think the game's going to go a lot like those AFC and NFC Championship games went, where the two veteran coaches and teams got out ahead early, and then the young teams fought back and scored a bunch, and the Chiefs came up a little short. The Rams, obviously, with the help of a call, got just enough to win. But so it's going to be the thing is, can the Rams... I think the Rams are going to have to come from behind again. And if they can get some quick striking touchdowns like they did at the end of the first half in that game, it could be interesting. But I think the experience and the coaching is definitely in favor of the Patriots.
All luck to the Rams. I don't like Hollywood, but all luck to the Rams.
You can't really even call them Hollywood. They've been there for 2
I know,
years.
I'm just playing.
They're getting there, though.
Like, God damn it, we're still acclimating this place.
You can't even do best rapper from Boston and best rapper from LA, because who's from Boston?
That's
The rappers?
I don't know. Bill Burr's
Anyone
a comedian.
who was
I
good,
consider
he got
him a
beat up
rapper.
by some Irish dudes.
Just playing. Damn, that's true.
Everlast.
From where?
From Boston?
He's from Boston or he's from Detroit?
Is he?
No, I'm asking,
thought
is he
it-
from Detroit?
Because
or is he from
House of Pain came out Irish. I don't know if they're from Boston.
Oh, shoot. I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm clueless. Everlast. Holy shit. Boston.
Eric Francis Schrody, known by his stage name Everlast.
Francis.
It doesn't even say where he's from, damn it.
No wonder his name's
his House
Everlast.
of Pain from Boston. Is
There you go.
Everlast Irish? Where is Everlast from? He's from New York.
No, he's
Oh,
from New
shoot.
York. He looks like a New Yorker.
I mean, can we really trust this, though? This is,
Yeah. Is it Wikipedia?
It's a people ask Google search. Fake news. You never know.
Huh.
I don't even
I
know.
can't- yeah.
Where is
think
Everlast
from
made?
Boston.
Marky Mark.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I guess.
We got Marky Mark versus Kendrick
Wait,
Lamar.
this might be the boxing thing. Wait, that might not be the right. Is Everlast the House of Pain?
Yeah, he was in that, I think. Dun, dun,
He's
dun,
wearing.
dun, dun.
I don't know, because this Everlast that they said is from New York might be the Everlast boxing brand.
Oh, it originated there.
Who would be the celebrity death match?
All right, here's his Wikipedia.
Boston versus LA.
Celebrity death match.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, Batman
Aff-
himself.
Ooh, nice.
But he'd have to be tag team with Matt Damon.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you
gotta
pretty
be-
much have to. Who's LA though? Big LA actor. None of them are from there.
We could do Leo and who else? Leo, it's got to be one of his friends. So Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Leo and Tobey Maguire. Tobey
Versus-
Maguire comes to Spider-Man. Leo comes from The Revenant.
There we go. Comes out with a bare head.
I mean, yeah,
Tom Hardy makes an appearance. He gets to use him as a sidekick.
that would be a good tag team. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck versus Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. I'd
Put
watch
my money
that.
on Leo and Tom Hardy.
Oh,
With
Tom
a guest
Hardy's in
appearance
it.
by Spider-Man.
Venom.
Dude, Tobey Maguire's his hot tub friend. Dude.
He's of German and Irish. Okay, I got Everlast person alive here now. German and Irish descent. Of course, nobody who's listening cares about this at all. He converted from Catholicism.
Catholicism.
I can't read. To Islam. So he's Islamic.
Oh shit. That's crazy. Nothing bad about it.
Doesn't
That's
actually
crazy.
say where he was born. That's all it said.
Maybe we should have Googled rappers from Boston.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, get somebody. People don't know. Oh, I guess this guy keeps saying nobody's listening.
One of his singles is called Black Jesus. I like that. Forever Everlasting. That was his first album, Forever Everlasting.
So
Eat It Whitey's.
Willy
was one
Wonka
of his
soundtrack.
albums. I don't even know who this guy is, but this is awesome. Love, War, and the Ghost of Whitey Ford.
Nobody knows.
Guru.
Oh yeah?
He's from Boston, but that doesn't count because he's from Philly.
Huh.
Wait.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count. What about, is that Benzino?
Big Big Shug from the Tupac.
Oh shoot.
So nobody.
All right, so it's not a great battle between rappers from Boston and LA.
Nope. You could do comedians. Bill Burr and versus who?
Bill Burr's hilarious.
Who's originally from L.A.?
I don't know originally. I know Doug Benson's a big LA comic.
Bill Burr would smash him though. I like
Who
Doug
else?
Benson.
There's a couple funny ones
They're
from Boston.
extremely different.
I know it's
comics. Are
actually
you talking
two.
about, like,
Yeah,
a
they got two different crowds.
If you're talking about a
actually.
battle where they're making fun of each other, then it'll probably be Burr.
Yeah, that's true. They got two. It's two totally
Although
different
Benson's
crowds.
really good at making fun of people based off what they say, like turning it
He's
around
funny,
on you.
dude. Yeah, he's funny.
He's good at making you sound like what you just said was really stupid,
yeah.
and then laughing like an idiot. He cackles. It's funny.
Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, Steve Carell, Dennis Leary, Amy Poehler. These guys are all from
I
Boston.
mean, they're all from
Birbiglia,
Boston. Oh yeah, Conan Birbiglia. He's
Dane Cook,
very underrated.
Birbiglia is
Louis C.K.
Dane Cook.
All right. Well,
Louis
hopefully,
C.K. versus Bill Burr.
maybe
Louis
we'll,
C.K. is making a comeback.
God.
You just come in and start jerking off.
Oh, that was nice. That went very nicely. Good job.
I wonder how many people would pay for the show, and
that
then
up.
what the reaction would be if he just walked out and jerked off on stage and then walked off.
man. What was it? Did you see the Sarah Silverman comment where she said he asked her, and she's like, "Sure." And I guess he did it multiple times, and sometimes she would tell him no. Sometimes she's like, "Go ahead," and watch him. Sometimes.
She just didn't care. That's,
Yeah, I was like,
honestly,
"You normalized that shit."
It doesn't completely surprise me.
Wait a minute, you normalized it. So he was like, "Oh, she's all right with it. Maybe everybody else will be it."
It's kind of a weird situation though, where he didn't touch anyone.
Yeah, at least he didn't
did
do it.
always. Well, I guess I think at least one person that didn't really ask permission. He just kind of pulled it
Pulled
out
out
and
and
then
started.
asked.
Will Ferrell's from L.A.
Oh, he just came out with him and what?
Adam
John C.
Carolla?
The
G.C.
Sherlock Holmes.
Riley
Yeah, I
had-
never did watch that.
I haven't watched it either.
Someone said it was
They
bad.
got terrible ratings.
Jamie Foxx is from L.A.
I don't
He's a
know.
comedian, isn't he?
Huh?
Chelsea Hand, they're gross.
Are they actually
What?
from
Jamie
LA,
Foxx?
or they just
Yeah, Jamie
got their
Foxx,
start
Triple
in
Threat.
LA?
No,
the problem, is he
Will
never-
Ferrell's from, he's born in Irvine.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of people that say they're from LA and they move there.
Yeah, they got their start there. It's like
That's
one
why I
thing.
said them and not the other people.
I got you. Sorry,
Mark
Ricky.
Maron.
It's like stop doubting
Kinda.
me.
I know the parameters of the argument.
You just shut up and you listen.
All right, Ricky. Well, I'm gonna be the responsible one and make sure you get to work on time.
Yep.
Got a half hour.
You made your official pick as the Rams. Half hour. I thought you could get two.
It was the same time as Jasmine's got to leave at 2,
2:15?
so I got to be there with the kids. Same time you got to leave. Oh, you
That
got
works out
2:50.
perfectly.
I got to leave here about 1:50, 1:45, or 1:55. It only takes me 5 minutes to get there.
All right, we got like 10 minutes. Any other topics you want to talk about? We definitely need to
What
try to
do you
get
wanna
you, Hook, and Darren all on for a UFC podcast.
Yeah.
You guys can educate me and Ricky.
Matt
I'll
likes
come
to
back
see
again.
too.
Heck yeah.
We
What?
got to get another microphone. We have one more microphone, or Matt does.
Yeah,
that we
you
can
got-
use, and we need to get another one and
We
get
can
start
just turn
getting
it
some-
on down here.
Huh?
We can just turn it on down here. UFC.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, we
We're
can
Talk
definitely
about
have
it
it
while
on.
it's going on.
Yeah, that'd be good. And you guys
We can go over replays of the past fights if we missed them or whatever. if you
tell
wanna
us
talk
who the
about
hell
that.
people are. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No, I
No,
did.
okay.
I need to catch up, but I mean, you can tell me, and it's not like I'm gonna remember what's happening right
No,
now. So
I'm
if you
just.
wanna talk about it.
I definitely want to do a show before a podcast on it before the new season starts.
What season is it going
It's the
into?
last one.
I know what
Seven.
season.
Seven or 8?
Oh my god.
God, I don't even know if it's 7 or 8.
That's too much catching up. I ain't gonna sit there and watch 6 seasons. I don't know about that.
So
When's
it's
it
season
starting?
8, so there's 7 seasons
Holy
already.
shit.
So there's the last season was only 8 episodes,
Oh, that's not bad. That's like a Netflix series.
but some of them even went over an hour. So there's basically
shit.
700 minutes of Game of Thrones to catch up on.
Jesus Christ.
But the new season comes out April 14th. I know Hook and my old roommate Ryan would love to come on and talk about it. So I was just seeing if anyone else wants to.
Was it HBO, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll
so much.
We'll do a show the recapping season 7 and going into 8 where we can educate Ricky. And
I gotta
spoil
find
everything.
people that like the shows that I like.
Yeah.
Then
It's nice because
Gotta
it'll
do
only
so-
be. I think this season's only gonna be 6 episodes, so it means total
That's
I'll do
short,
7 podcasts. You know, one pre-one and one after each episode. That's it. It'd be nice. We were talking to Jared on our last podcast about doing a network because then we could have it as a separate thing. But
Oh yeah.
we're not rich. We can't afford another $15 a month to add another show. Plus, we'd have to market it completely separate. We definitely got to talk to somebody about doing a website where we can consolidate them. At the very least, consolidate it to where you can see all the podcasts.
You
we
get
have,
somebody
but we have
in
to have
web
a name for it.
development.
upload the new ones, huh?
but we have to have a name for it first.
For the network, yeah. You guys
That's
were
the
talking.
problem.
What was the one you said? Struggle
Struggle is real.
is real. I was thinking if we went like Pacific Northwest type, do a Ski to Sea podcast network.
Okay.
It's straight stealing the name of that race that they do every year from Baker to, Baker to Bellingham.
You have weeks I didn't
the
know
Bank
that.
Solemn podcast.
the Baker race, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, if once Jared gets his going, I think it'll speed up a little bit. Maybe we'll figure it out, or I'll stop and do research at some point. I don't know. I've never looked up like the best way to do a podcast network. All these small podcasts, no one does a network because it's like,
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I guess
extra
not the
work.
ones I watch. I haven't seen it.
well, networks like the thing is you don't realize they're on a network
Well,
a lot of times.
Like Earwolf,
Like Earwolf is a network, so Comedy Bang Bang.
Oh, okay.
I think
Smodcat.
How Did This Get Made is on there.
Smodco for Kevin Smith.
Or The Ringer that Bill Simmons has. They have their podcast network, so all their podcasts
Oh, shit,
are under.
alright.
So it's basically just saying like a company. It's like
The network.
it's separate podcasts under the same umbrella,
I got you. All right.
put out by the same people.
Yeah.
I think it makes it easier to get advertising if you can do that, because if you can sell it as like advertising, where like, hey, your advertising is going to go on all of these podcasts. So no, none of them get a ton of viewers, but when you add it all up,
Yeah.
all of a sudden now you got a few hundred people listening or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're trying to get rich from this. It's definitely a get rich slow scheme that'll probably never happen. Almost
Hey,
like my
got a
scratch
goal.
ticket app on my phone.
Get rich slow scheme. I like it.
Hey, it's a goal. Shit. Don't knock it.
Eventually, I'll have a full time job, and it's gonna make it even harder to schedule people and shit. We're gonna have to start doing early morning and late night episodes if people will do it, or I guess just weekend shit. I don't know. We've rambled on now another 5 minutes or so.
Heck yeah. You guys ever
Next
like,
time-
prep for episodes, or you just kind of go in and just throw it at the wind?
For this one,
Did you prep for episodes? I mean, any episodes, period.
no. I wrote down what time we did the fake sponsor so I can edit it in easier.
No.
We did with the NBA.
We should have been wasting our time doing that.
Doing what? We could have
fake-
stopped and done our fake sponsor.
Fake sponsors?
We still can probably have time. You guys don't have to leave till 1:55. We gotta figure out what it's gonna. I mean, it happened already.
It was a great sponsor.
It was a great sponsor. Thank you, insert sponsor here, for supporting us. We're gonna wrap this one up. Look for us on Instagram, our account, iTunes, Spotify, Google
The
Play.
hashtag bring Tony B to IG.
Oh, you're not on Instagram?
No, I'm not.
Got to get on that Instagram.
My,
Oh, we had a chat.
My poll that I did was a rousing yes to no. It was like 8-1.
You did a poll? Oh, I think I voted on that. Bro, that was a while ago now.
It was so rousing. 8-1.
But look for us.
Damn.
Give us feedback, like constructive feedback. Lori gave us the first one. She just said the sound quality is not always good, and I was like, "Yep," because we fucked it up for
Yep.
12 episodes.
And we didn't listen back to find the problem.
Well, we didn't figure out what it was, and then when we did, we didn't listen back at the. I don't know. We fucked it up a bunch, but we're learning as we go. Jared Johnson's will be much more polished when it comes out because he's practicing and listening back constantly. But give us more feedback because it's now starting to sound better finally. I think I'll have to compress this one. We got some big time highs and lows, but it should still sound good.
Sharing is caring. So share
Yeah.
this. Share this on Facebook.
We're not going to take it personally and stop being friends with you forever.
But you should still share. Otherwise, we might get a little bit angry. And
Yeah,
I'm
if
not
you-
even part of the podcast. I'm just a guest.
If you don't share, we will stop being friends
click,
with you forever.
click the link that Tony's sharing. Do us both a favor.
And maybe next time we'll debut Tony's first ever single.
We'll do,
Oh, no.
Next time Tony's on, we'll have him rap it live or sing it or whatever it is.
Yeah, me and 6ix9ine.
Oh,
oh, that's the intro.
Oh yeah, we have to do a 6ix9ine clip for your intro because we do a custom intro for
Oh
everyone.
no.
Look at all retarded.
I guess you can. I guess you can choose something else.
Oh man.
By this, whoever's listening will know what we chose, but even if they didn't understood it. All right, well, officially gonna wrap this one up then. Thank you anyone who made it this far, and keep sharing.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming.